never in doubt. It's back to 20. And this has been a game of very big momentum swings, which must give the Tigers some hope. Black.
Certainly not over, and this is where the Richmond midfield really have to step up. Foley's had a pretty quiet game, and he needs to be able to lift. Johnson, who's played more in the forward half for this game against Drummond, needs to start getting some ball in the hands of their senior players.
There's a bit of ring-a-rosy going on in terms of the matchups in there.
Oh, have a look at the Richmond forward line. I like what they've got. There's a mass of players here, but if we look forward, Brown and Richardson, now there's a bit of class there. That puts a lot of pressure on McGrath and Merritt.
If they can get it forward, and they can. And with authority, the Tigers take it in, and McMahon can just pop it over the top. And Richo doesn't let anyone shut their eyes about that one. Nathan Brown finishes it off.
And quality featured in the goal. Delidio, Richo, Brown. They've got to get the clearances in this last quarter to have a chance to win. Richmond, it won't be easy with Black and Power and Riscatelli in there.
Good takeaway by the Lions, under some pressure now. Well played. McGuan did everything but take the mark. There'll be a ball up. Well, it's the time of Batman and Robin, and they prevailed a moment ago. They might just turn this last quarter Richmond's way, given the opportunity. It's at the wrong end of the ground for them at the moment. Simmons working hard. Well played, Clark, but he got it out in the wrong direction. Again, Tambling takes them on and disorganises the opposition. Schultz hangs the kick nicely. Cochin will get a free kick.
You made frontal contact.
For front-on contact. So the Tigers continue to advance. Bowden back to Cochin. That wasn't good. Bowden made a meal of that. Pat full, but that wasn't so hot either. And Cochin escapes.
He's great.
He's quick, he's clever, he's confident. Johnson, Foley, Tambling, Richmond away. Tambling goes long. Coming with the flight is Bowden. Couldn't quite hang on. He'll get another go. And he will get it to Kane Johnson. Oh, what's he done? What on earth has he done? He didn't want the shot.
He didn't want the shot, Tim. Great call. And the captain had to take the shot on.
But the Tigers come out of it with a free kick for holding the ball, and it's back where it started with Joel Bowden.
We'll go back. We saw Richo combined with Brown for the goal. Now, we see there Kane Johnson just wouldn't take the kick on because he knows he's not a great kick, but he should have taken it on. He needed to in that situation. Since they got the last goal, Terry Wallace has put Brown, Richo, and this man with the football in the forward 50. And now this is the man who helped them win the game last week when he took the ball back over the goal line. Will he be able to pull it through at the other end?
It's his second for the night, and the margin is back to 8 points. Here come the Tigers.
And one man who was important in that contest was Trent Cochin. When I coached him at the OAS as assistant coach under Alan McConnell, he was one of the best decision makers as an 18-year-old. His ability to be able to find space where there isn't was just incredible, and he's utilising it at AFL level.
So much on the line, the players well aware of that. It's back to an 8-point margin now here at the Dome.
Morton's come on for Richmond. He's gone down to the goal square. His opponent's Jason Rowe. I'd rather Morton got way up on the half-forward line and took Rowe out of the action because Rowe's had a good game. You don't need Rowe down there with around Brown and Richo.
37 disposals to 11 for the quarter in favour of the Tigers.
Bradshaw's got to jump on the ball. Bradshaw's now got to try and get away from the wrestle and start to launch himself at the ball.
Tuck didn't quite get the measurements right.
Well, it's another costly turnover to the Tigers.
Brennan really was working the low percentages there to try and hit Copeland, and he couldn't do it. Tuck doing the hard things. Here's the turnover from the Tuck kick. Brennan improvising as the ruckman. Luke Power. Clark's kick, he misses the target. McMahon with a superior pace, able to burn off Notting, who refused to yield, but McMahon had it all in hand. Johnson will look up and see a forward line which is moving pretty well. Richardson, of course.
You can see his opponent's row in that situation because Richo pushed up to the forward 50 line and Rowe decided, I'll take him. And he said to Merritt, you drop back onto Morton. And I'm not sure that's a good move. I would think Merritt would be the better player who's got the strong fist and spoil to have on Richo.
We talked at the start of the night about Richmond maybe finishing 9th again. Richo's seen so much heartbreak, he doesn't want to do it again.
And both teams have got their B-grade ruckman to do the centre bounce. Clark up against Patterson.
Richo, 2 final quarter goals. A big clearance to the Tigers. Foley to Richardson again. Couldn't quite hang on. Merritt did the job. Still alive for Richmond. Delineo's been brilliant. And into the open goal goes Watt. And the Tigers are in front. Telstra Dome rocks.
6 in a row for the Tigers.
Wow, can we see that pick up and offload again? It was brilliant.
What about Foley? This is a Foley special, isn't it?
Yeah, running through the centre square. I want to see this pick up. Richo goes to ground. Ball flicks out. Watch Delidio. Bang, one hand, and that offload there to find a teammate is absolutely sensational football. The pick up and offload. Wow.
What can the Lions do to arrest this enormous momentum? A tumultuous 24 hours for the Tigers when it was revealed that Greg Miller, 6 years administrator with Richmond, will part ways with the club very shortly. The administration needed a strong performance and they're getting one late. Jackson Surge was held up, but
got to protect the guy with his head down over the footy. Let him up, boys.
Around loitering here. You don't want it in that man's hands.
Richo is deep. And here is Brown. He could hit up a short pass, but he goes for the more trusted target in Richo. Doesn't get there. Clark with the fist. McGrath taking no chances.
That kid White is as quick as they come.
Terrible calamity. And Joel Bowden knows a thing or two about kick-ins.
He might hang on to the ball for as long as he can to let the clock run down too, Hutto. Now his team's in front. Well, he's a very smart player, you know.
What, you think he'd go back all the way to the other end of the ground?
How far he'll go back.
Joel Bowden, in old-fashioned footy calling parlance, would have to fall over to miss this. He stays on his feet, and the Tiger fans are on their feet as well. The Lions are on the mat.
Well, if he saved the game last week, he's trying to win the game this week.
Lee Matthews, you can see, is absolutely furious, upset, emotional, because he knows there's so much at stake for hanging on this game. The 4 points so congested between 4th position on the ladder and 9th.
This is how congested it is. This is our live ladder.
Feel the energy in the stadium. It is absolutely lifted.
Adelaide in control will win again.